All right, good morning, everybody. Sergio was first. Twisted Arrow second. James Green third. Nice to see Texas in the top three. Way to represent. Kind of happening right now. BPMP and BRG are pegged. The news on both of those might be mergers or acquisitions, if anybody can check. BRG and BPMP. Curious to know if either of those are acquisitions or mergers or the likes, splits or something, because they're acting like it. Well, BRG is moving a little bit more now, breaking over 24. Yeah, I'd be very curious to know what the news is on those. All right, refreshing there. CANF, CANF, making good progress. If CANF breaks 237, you can get in for 20 cents of risk. Just getting warmed up and set up here. It is CTK. Yeah, Scott. Yeah, thanks for that. There goes BRG. I don't know. There's news on that if that's a merger or not. It does not acting like it. Wow, it's really going now. Woof, boy, that's over $1 of moves. BRG. Whoa, there it goes. 25.62. It hit for a split second there. Man, BRG hot right now. About $1 of risk if you want to get in. There it goes, continuing. BRG. There's the system over here is going insane. BRT, BRT, BRT. All right. Good morning, everybody. I mean, that's what I'm curious about. Is BRG an acquisition? If it is, at what price, Chris? But it just moved. Boy, it's really moving right now. You know, there's definitely a trade there. 24, 25. Weird. But it's just moving to like 26 now from that price. Never seen that. on a buyout. There must be people that just don't understand what's going on. They're buying shares for more than it's going to be bought. It's now hitting 26. Wow, this is a new one. 26.10. I mean, you guys are really missing out. BRG. It just hit 26.36. Nothing beats the reality of what's going on. You can listen to the news. You can read the papers. You can listen to what your friends say, but nothing beats what's actually happening. Hey, everybody on TikTok, how's it going? Yeah, Blackstone acquisition. I know, I understand, but it's moving. 26.20. It just hit. Here goes CANF. CANF just broke out. Nice, strong green candle, clean breakout. 20 cents of entry. 20 cents of risk at entry on CANF. See what BRG does from here. Other offers expected. Okay. There we go. That's why it's going up. Go make some money. 26.37. What's the NASDAQ going to do? So that's a good question. We don't make like that kind of predictions like that. What we do is we trade. Like, in other words, we can tell roughly what the weather is going to be like. And so we get on our board and we get out and then we surf whatever waves we can find. And we expect that it might be a good day today for shorting, or it could be a good day for longing. We'll have to see how it plays out. The day will create its own direction, and we'll be able to play with that direction from there. So market's way down over the weekend. Oil down to almost $68 a barrel. It's roughly $68 a barrel. So that would easily drag the market down right there. Rates remain roughly unchanged since Friday at the moment. Sometimes that can change right before our very eyes. So that bodes well for financials and industrials. So industrials ought to hold up a little bit better today, and financials and the rest of the bunch. CANF and BRG both actively trading opportunities right now. LCTX starting to come up. If LCTX can break over 2.5, you can get in for 20 cents of risk. Stop at 2.3. LCTX. So it's kind of valued at 29.75 then. Okay, so that's what's going on, Chris. Chris says shareholders get $24.25 in cash plus shares of Blue Rock Homes Trust with a value of $560. So in total, it's a minimally at least worth $29.85. And right now, BRG is only at 26.26. So that's got to be why it's running that extra 560. Got to correct for. So across the board, the rest of the market with rates unchanged, but the market down. It's hard to say if that will give tech any lift, but tech really has no reason to be scared any further scared than it's been. So I feel like tech might lift today a little bit. Tech might lift and lead today, and as I said, industrials really have no real reason to be on alarm. So the industrials and tech together, that might make SPY at least grind. So we'll see. Basically, the market's taken a hit because of the Omicron fears, I guess. And as we know, every time those Omicron fears hit, maybe not today, but in general, it tends to be an overreaction and can create some excellent buying opportunities. And since you never know when the market's going to bottom, if that's what you're up to, if you're looking for to buy up at discount the bottom, then you probably should have a lot of cash in reserve ready to go to buy an average in over the next days, weeks, months, whatever's going to happen up ahead. You want to be in cash, in a position of cash as the market is declining. Investing in today, I'm not sure what I'll be investing in today. I generally don't invest unless I know we're at the bottom of the market. That I don't know yet. I'll have to see those signs put in. But I have been averaging down on Twitter and PayPal. Those are my two kind of bottom hunting investing stocks at the moment. And there are some others. And we have 18 minutes until the market opens. So BRG going crazy on the system over here. We have BRG at 27.10 now, with a final buyout price of $29.85. It still has $2 to go. There's 27.24. So I hope you guys are making money on BRG. Called it out since $24. Going to continue to climb until it levels off somewhere before 29.85. No, I don't have any other TikTok pages besides this one. So if you're being contacted by another one, ask them about sending them money to manage your money and all that kind of stuff. Don't be an idiot. Those guys are scamming you, and report them. There must be at this point 100 copycat scam accounts, and I just can't stay on top of it. You have to do your duty and report them. There's just no way I can do it for all of them. Report any of those that you get in contact with. They are BS. I've been reporting them, but TikTok's, I don't know, whatever. I have probably bad words to say, but they don't take them down. I don't understand why. It should be something that I just I cleanly hold and am the original account. Those are copycat scam accounts, and they should be a lot better about that because people are getting fleeced for thousands of dollars using that method. So that's not cool, TikTok. Not cool at all. CANF is now hitting 252. The breakout was at 238. I hope some of you got CANF at 238, 240 in that region. It's now hitting 253, and you want to be taking profits underneath every 5-cent level, I think it is, for stocks under $3. Yeah, every 5-cent level. That's 2 profit points already. You can't just get verification on TikTok. You don't just get it. They dawn it on you out of the ether. As far as I know, maybe they've changed their plans. All right, BRG with its first pullback. So we hit 27.41, and now its first pullback of uncertainty happening right now. So that's a good spot for entry. And And CANF also pulling back a couple of cents, creating another entry opportunity. BRG's ultimate target somewhere in the 29s. Not sure that makes sense. I mean, it has to go back to 24, doesn't it? 25, because you're going to get the other shares. Let's see. I don't know. I'd have to work out the logic on that. But it looks like maybe the logic is we're going to 29. Here we go. BRG's going to pop again. Looks like 27.41, then the high. It's exactly what the guy over there said. BRG shares continuing to pop here. No, I don't think the Qs are going to suffer too badly today. I think if you want to try to find something to short, it might be a SPY, but you can't just go with pre-market difference between now and Friday's close as what the direction of the day will be. That's the tricky thing. Just because we're down pre-market doesn't mean that we're not going to go up all day. And just because we're down pre-market doesn't mean we're not going to go down all day. There's the LCTX breakout. Anybody catch it? Yeah, and then CANF, after you've taken 2 profits, move your stop to break even. What's up, Steven? I don't understand what you said. Dundrell, no, I don't really think there's a range that Tesla will settle in. It's in this downward channel with a wide range, a wide price range between the bottom and the top. What size account would you recommend I should have if I join your community? Like $2,000, $3,000 minimum, 2 or 3, somewhere around there. Should be all right. I mean, you could benefit if you had like $1,200, $1,500, something like that. But ultimately, your goal is to have an account of $30,000 for day trading and a much bigger account for your investing and your swing trading. And I recommend that a person swing trades until they have that 30K and just practice with paper trading, day trading. Yeah, SPY buying puts. Yeah, that could be a good idea. Yes. But it depends on if that's the way the market's going to go or not. You got to wait and see. We have 11 minutes until the market opens, and then we'll know. Is it going to be a sell-off? Or is it going to be nothing and it'll be a buying opportunity? Or is it going to be sideways? My instinct says it's going to be a sell-off, but you can't just go on instinct and guesses. We need to see what happens here. We have 11 minutes until the market opens. I don't have an expectation on Moderna today. Like I said, with regarding SPY puts, we'll see at the open. We have to. I mean, you don't want to buy SPY puts if the market's going up. All right, Jerry. We're settling into like 27 on BRG. So I imagine BPMP is the same situation, guys. Just behaving the same. Ethan, you ask thoughts on shorting NVIDIA, but I don't know, what you're referring to. Is it going to be a day trade for a couple days, a week, a swing, an investment, 6 months, 3 months? I really don't know. You need a little more information there. An hour, 20 minutes, a scalp. The RTX is running, everybody says. Let's take a look-see. All right, GRTX popped out from 3.3 high, is now at 3.6. Gonna have to wait for the first pullback. But it looks like risk was about 15 cents at that time. So it probably will be on the rebreak. Swing trade, yeah, but I was talking to Ethan. Hey, thanks for sharing the stream over there on TikTok with your friends. Good deal. Make sure you also click like a bunch of times. That, if you're liking the stream, we got 2.6 thousand likes already, and can be pretty easy to break 10,000 if we work together right now. Everybody just put in a bunch. See, we just hit 3,000. See how fast that is? It really doesn't take much effort if everybody chips in. Just like Microsoft, everyone's pissed off that Bill Gates is multi-billionaire, but they all gave him $100. So, I guess, cry your way to the cleaners. 4.6 thousand, 4.7 thousand likes. Oh, thank you for the galaxy. I like that. 5,000 likes we just hit. So fast. See that? 5.2. See what happens when we work together? We can become billionaires. I'll be watching VIX and SPY during the market open for divergences, seeing if we can glean any further information here this morning about the future direction next hour of the market. Push the damn like button. Let him water your lawn. Just let the guy water your lawn. Some of you probably have no idea what I'm doing. It's a different era. And while I'm there at your house, watering your plants, I could watch your grandma for you, while you're not home. Let the boy watch your grandma. Raise your hand if you know what I'm doing. OCGN. All right, GRTX starting to slow down. The momentum on GRTX starting to slow down. Let's see if we can get some kind of a breakout on that. It looks like it wants to get to $4. It's at 366 right now, and it's not letting up. So if you do want to get in, like I said, I think 15 cents is the right risk level. So once you get in, if it drops that much, you should start to consider getting out. OCGN pop, and then it's been fading all morning. Should it re-break a key level, then we'll go after it. I think right now that's kind of 6 on OCGN, $6. It's close. Okay, so GRTX starting to pull back now. You're getting a topping tail candle. It was a Farley impression, yeah, it was, but I mean, I wasn't even trying too hard. Let the boy watch. Oh, it's not eastbound and down though. That's the freaking hilarious show. No, it's even earlier than that by probably 10, 20 years. It's Adam Sandler and Chris Farley. Yes, sir. He probably was copying those guys. Oh, somebody else said that too. They said that is eastbound and down Will Ferrell. Yeah. All right. Well, apparently they stole that from Adam Sandler. All right. GRTX now finally having its first pullback. Let's watch GRTX and see if we can form a re-entry. How do you start trading? You've got two resources here. Number one, you can click the link in my bio and join our trading community. Thanks, man. And then number two, I have video lessons. Oh, here's the link to that. It's called Market Mastery. You can just type it on Google, anywhere. Market Mastery. It's that first hit. All right, we've got 3 minutes until the market opens. This is going to be very interesting. Should you sell all your stock before or after December 31st? Oh man, talk about confused. Number one, the reason why you would sell stock before December 31st is to harvest any tax losses. So you would want to sell only what's down before December 31st, so you get the tax deductions. And then no one said you had to sell all your stock. That's the other funny thing about that. And you might want to keep the ones that are up. But however, based on the way the market's going right now, today, you might want to consider selling what you have that's up. You might want to start converting to cash, or at least you could put some hedges on in your portfolio. Get some downward hedges in there. Whether that's VIX calls or SPY short or Q's short or some particular stock short. By the way, that reminds me, on the open, if Home Depot breaks 387.50, that's a put entry. That's a short entry, Home Depot. And that would be for a stop at 392.50. So $2 of risk, Home Depot for the short. If Home Depot breaks 387.50 to the downside. 387.50 to the downside. All right, nice pullback on GRTX. Still well above the 50% retrace level, so still bullish. If we break 3.6 right now, that could be a early entry, early second entry. Yeah, of course. No, when you're day trading, you don't hold overnight. You take your money that day, close it out, enjoy the rest of your day, come back the next day, do it again somewhere else. Not a game. You make money, then you gotta end it. Do it again tomorrow. You don't gamble overnight. You don't leave it in there I think maybe, I'm guessing. We're acting like we found bottom on SPY before the open, but I wouldn't be surprised if we ripped down, broke low, stayed down there for a point or two to really scare the crap out of everyone who's got longs. Everybody cuts their longs, gives them to the market makers for real cheap, dirt cheap, and then the market starts to go up all day, and then this is the bottom, and now everyone's out of their positions, and the market makers are holding all the gold. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the tactic that happens today. All right, we have 10 seconds to the open. Here we go. GRTX is crapping out at the open. Industrials are dropping hard. Q's dropping hard. SPY also. No breakouts yet. We're looking for CANF. We're looking for breakout at 255. CANF, do it. Can it fucking do it? CANF. CANF. Can CANF fucking break 255? This is just too funny. I probably have Tourette's somewhere down in here, deep down. And I'm just taking advantage of the moment. What else? We're watching that BRG. I'm not sure that that's really going to run much today, though. But GRTX, let's see how it settles in here at the open. It's pulling back to 3.4. CTK hanging in there. ADGI totally crapping out. Novavax with some positive movement there. Tech has pulled up from the bottom. So that's the first encouraging sign, and also similar to what I was expecting. Industrials, however, bleeding down. That is coming from rates. Okay, I see rates potentially are starting to move into a downtrend, which could be good for tech. All right, we got a nice big bottoming tail candle on CANF. It wouldn't be bad for you to get in now for 25 cents of risk on CANF. You can get in early, real fucking early on CAN fucking F. I'm trying to take advantage of as much as I can here of this CANF day. SOPA, yeah, we're watching it. We're watching SOPA. When it becomes delicious, I'll let you know. All right, we have a breakout somewhere. You hear that ring? That's the Apple. Apple breaking to the upside from its pre-market high. Wants to fill the gap back up to 171 likely. Entry right now is for about $1 of risk, as usual. Average true range on Apple is $5 these days. So from here, you might have $4 left to get a 4-to-1 risk reward. CANF continuing, and looks like it's going to break 255 with ease. GRTX still trying to find its bottom, but CANF with a huge bottoming tail candle. I would say the bottom's in on CANF, and here we go. We're about to break 255 on CANF. There it is. There's the breakout on CANF, 259, 260. All right. You need to take profits underneath those key psychological levels, like 260 on these under $3 stocks. You need to be taking profits at every $5, underneath every $5 level. Okay, GRTX has found bottom, it looks like. You could attempt an early entry or wait for the full breakout at 375. If you do attempt an early entry now, it would be for about 25 cents of risk, GRTX. Boy, look at that. ADGI just totally bleeding, crapping out. Tesla, too. Tesla, there's a break to the downside. That's an entry on Tesla for $10 of risk. $10 of risk on Tesla. It looks like it's taking the down direction. And Apple is going somewhat sideways. Industrials down. SPY holding. It seems a little unusual. All right, here comes CANF, pushing back over 255 again. All right, GRTX exit if you got in early for the higher risk. You need to be more limber if you're going to be doing those higher risk early entries. Exit. GRTX now pulling back further. But that's why I mentioned, to get a fully confirmed low risk, high probability entry would be at 375 on GRTX. All right, CANF failing to make a high after 2 attempts. False breakout followed by a failure to attempt to break that high again. So be on the watch out on CANF. Watch your position. Looks like ATRI and CERN halted due to volatility. Let me take a look at those. Jesus. Okay, news pending on CERN. ATRI went from 692 to 788 in a single candle. Wow. ATRI. CRTX calls what strike price? I don't believe I said anything about GRTX. G like Gary. Well, that could be Carrie too. I don't have any G word right now. Like goo. Golf. There you go. Like the word golf. And we don't day trade options. That's a bad idea because it's a bad idea. Not that we can't do it and make money off it, but you get more fucked that way. So we don't day trade options, not because we're morons, but because we're trying to do better with our life. Quite the opposite. So we do not recommend day trading options. If you're going to day trade, you day trade stock shares and you figure out your risk. There goes SOPA. SOPA with the break over 5. SOPA, it might be halting. Not sure, but you might need to get in before it's too late. And it is halted. So if anybody got SOPA, as you recall, the entry was $5. It turned out to be for about 50 cents of risk. DWAC, should you hold or sell? It's impossible for me to answer. Like, I do not know what your goals are. Like, are you trying to hold it as an investment for 4 years? Then keep holding it. Are you trying to make money in a day? Then you should get out because it's not happening, right? So you see what I mean? I can't really answer that quick. It depends on what you're trying to do. And that's why this is not financial advice. This is not a program to be getting financial advice. I'm not a registered financial advisor for that. I would have to take into account, I'd have to know what your wealths are, what your different accounts are, your different sizes, your allocations in life, your goals, your retirement plans. I mean, that's not what we're doing here. This is an educational program, mostly guided trading. And you do with it what you will. Your choices are your own choices. And you should consult with a financial advisor anytime you start to amass wealth. That is my advice, and you should be paper trading. GRTX is trying to do something right now, but I don't believe it the second time around. How about you guys? Benjamin says, I'll give him advice. This is going to be a good one. So just start with F. So SPY actually grinding up a little bit, which is pretty amazing. And as I said, the Qs are taking off. I do believe things are set up today for the Qs to have a good day, and they are taking off. Tesla bottom reversing really strong. You definitely got to cut your Tesla shorts. That does not look like that's going to follow through at all, with almost a 90% retracement to your stop already. Although what could happen is then Tesla puts in a range over there, and then it just cuts all day. Just cuts. Ranging. Dow with a little pullback, and now pushing down. I think Dow might continue down. Yeah, that's what's going on right now. Oil dropping. Thou whost controlleth oil, says no, 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 no. We're going down. So somebody's got some puts somewhere, and they just might be Saudi Arabian. They're going to go try and push this market down. And oil dropping, and that's going to take a toll across the whole market. Nothing can stop oil from changing the market. Oil is huge. A lot of people think oil equals gas, but also oil equals plastics. Oil equals production and manufacturing, and so it's kind of like instant inflation or deflation across the market. But oil tends to just drop the entire market. Only 25% of oil, only 25% is used for cars, vehicles, fuel, and gasoline, and all that. Am I a short seller, or do you suggest what kind of position to take? Yeah, I mean, today we're watching this market because it's hard to define exactly. Oh, here we go. It looks like SPY is now taking a turn to the downside, and that's a pivot breakdown. Very short-term pivot breakdown for SPY. If you want to go short on SPY puts, there you go. Yeah. The low of the day, 451.75 on SPY, 451.75. Remember that number? 451.75. Should SPY break 451.75 to the downside, that will be just red bloodshed, and definite SPY puts should be taken at that point. Right now, the market is teasing in that direction, but it isn't a full bloodshed breakdown yet. All right, SOPA was supposed to come out of the halt 8 minutes ago, and it's not. But when it does, it looks like it's indicated to open about 30 cents higher. But I do believe that it will still have a little bit of a pullback as holders sell for some profit. Some profits taking happens, and that will create an entry for a potential second run. So you high frequency traders, be watching SOPA like a hawk. Apple is leading the Qs up, and that is fighting the industrials. And Tesla now moving to the upside, 916 could be a pivot breakout moment for Tesla on the day, where you'd still need to get in for almost $20 of risk per share. I use Thinkorswim, but if you're a new trader, you should probably use Webull, and here's my link to Webull. If you go through my link, then we'll both get free stock, you and me, when you sign up for Webull. Excuse me. So SOPA holding up. We'll see if that becomes an opportunity. CANF looks like you should have been out a while ago. Not happening. GRTX trying for the third time to come off of the bottom here. Maybe the third time's a charm. Let's see if it can break 360. If it can break 360, then I'd say you're good. You're good to attempt a pre-entry. If you want to wait all the way to 375, that's the fully confirmed entry. It's GRTX. Sink or swim, yes. Yeah, TradingView has a desktop app. I'm aware of that. Yep, I've tried it out. All right, CANF with the full-on crap out now. Growth stocks doing well today. Value stocks doing very poorly. That tends to be a sign of rotation and preparation for the market to take off. It's, because value stocks are like safety, like utilities and consumer staples. And let me look at gold. Yeah, gold is nudging down. So, the signs are that this is going to be bought up. SOPA hitting almost $6 now, giving almost no entry. SOPA trading. Did I say $9? $6. It's at like $5.90 is what I think I was trying to say there. $6, breaking over 6 and 613, 620. SOPA. SOPA full on breaking out. SOPA halting right now. I don't know if I can get an entry there. Let's see. SOPA halting. If you got in, great. We are now halted on SOPA, and it's indicated to open at almost 7, and it's pulling back to 6.7, 6.5. It's balancing out again. Who got into SOPA? I hope so. I just bought a ton of calls. On what, Tony? On SPY. Gotcha. Thank you for clarifying that. No, not GRTX. GRTX is not how we were talking about. SOPA. 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 GRTX is not looking good. GRTX crapping out. In fact, now failed that third time. Did not break 3.6 like we said. Would be the trigger. Never hit it. GRTX now looking like it's crapping out, just like CANF. I'm gonna create CANF is looking so bad. I'm taking it off of my high speed trading setup. No, I don't think you should buy ADGI since it's dropping. I don't think anybody should buy anything that's going crazy, that's that's having a crazy moment, because you just don't know which way of crazy that's going to go. Obviously, you've never been with a crazy partner. You just don't, crazy, if it looks like too good to be true, it is. There's a couple of you who've been in bad relationships who know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, man, this is insane. This is the best thing holy shit. Maybe I ought to get the hell out of here. Crazy hot matrix. What does that mean? I'm not familiar with what you're getting at there, but yep. Essentially, you're right. Anyway, that stocks are the same way, man. You're putting your freaking hard-earned money over there. It's like, what are you doing? Really, like, they should make you learn for a year before you even get to put money in the stock market. because it's not what you fucking think. Just like a crazy woman or a crazy guy, okay, a crazy partner. It's not what you fucking think. You're not going to put it on there and go cha-ching. Because what most people do is they put their money in the cash register, it goes cha-ching, and then they leave it in the cash register. Then this robber comes in, breaks in, takes all your money, and you're like, shit, I should have took my money out of the register. Yeah, you moron. This is not what you think. This is the stock market. It's real. You don't know what you're doing. That's why I highly recommend no one ever get married until their late 20s, if not 30s. And if you're a man, I recommend that you marry younger. And if you're a woman, I recommend you marry older. Men need 10 more years of experience to mature than women do. And women need that already flushed out. You need in your 20s, date like crazy. Obviously, be careful. And because you need to figure out what it's all about. You need to know what the hell you're doing. Unless somehow you magically were born a freaking relationship genius, you need to gain experience. And the market is just like that. So do not start marrying anything until when I was dating 40 girls at the same time. When I was dating, I would have 3 or 4 dates the same day. I'd be at one date and like on my phone, setting up the next date. That went on for years. But that's just the way I am. If I want to find out about something, I get obsessed. If I want to crack the system, you got to get like that. You got to get obsessed. I go gung ho. It's gung ho or nothing for me. That's the way I am. Because then at least I understand it all, the universe of whatever that is, and now I can make a wise decision. Like, where do I want to live? Like, where do I want to retire to in life? Don't you think you need to travel the world first to know where you want to retire? Like, what do you think? Yeah, you can't just go like, oh no. I want to retire in Tennessee. Tennessee for me. Dude, what do you know? It's probably anyone who says that probably doesn't know anything. Am I right, Jackson, or am I right? Not necessarily. Tennessee has its qualities. By the way, I would not touch Georgia with the 10-foot pole because they've got that spider problem right now. Holy crap. Anybody in Georgia right now? That spider problem's scaring the hell out of me. Not going near it. That's another thing about the market. Spiders. Look, there's hazards everywhere. Got to watch out. All right, we're waiting for SOPA to open. It's indicating it's going to open at 6.7. Who's got SOPA? SOPA. Have I ever visited Vienna? Yes, I went to. Wait a minute. Vienna. Oh, not Vienna. You got me confused. I was thinking I went to Innsbruck. I've been to Innsbruck, which is, and I went up into the Alps there also while I was there in Innsbruck. Gorgeous, just gorgeous. Yeah, it's like Switzerland. Beautiful, mountainous, gorgeous environment for sure. Even like the Bahamas, which is where I would like to retire to, really. And I've seen a lot of the world. I would like to retire to the Bahamas. Even the Bahamas, people look at like the Caribbean beautiful, postcards or whatever, and while they're sitting in their air conditioned house in a nice couch in an enclosed environment and in a city, and they look at this Caribbean postcard And they're like, wow, I want to move there. Dude, it's sweaty, it's hot. They have these freaking sand flies, there's mosquitoes, there's spiders, there's insects, there's sharks, there's stingrays, there's jellyfish. I mean, power outages weekly, you got internet problems, weather. Dude, you know, just don't be stupid. Realize you're dumb. The smartest thing you can do in life is to realize how stupid you are. That's one of the smartest things you could ever do. And start there, please, people. That's the best thing for you on this market. Otherwise, you're going to get your money just taken away from you. A fool and his money is easily parted, they say. The price point on SOPA right now is 6.8, which is outstanding. I think if you put an order in at 6.2, where it is now, that for a blip, it'll might retrace like a little quick sell-off when it opens, and you might be able to get a fill in case you're trying to chase this still. Mac says, I lived in St. John for 2 years. Good experience, but it gets old fast. Yeah, I lived in Roatan for almost 2 years. I lived in Cancun for over a year. I lived in Baja, California for a few years. I frequently travel in Europe. Ooh, Tesla with a very big price move right there. Tesla breaking out. There's that breakout on Tesla. And at this point, it's about $15 of risk to get in on Tesla. But this is the parallels. I don't know if you guys are getting it, but like these parallels, they're all the same. It's really about mentality. It's really about mentality, you know? You need to, know thyself. There we go. SOPA's opening. Sure enough, it went down to 6.3, but now it's halting to 7.5. 7.5. Make sure you sell like 5 or 10%. Keep hanging in there. These halts are including a ton of demand. SOPA is really running. Who's in SOPA and how much are you up? And we are halted on SOPA, indicating to open at $10 now. Wow, we've got ourselves a dwack here, man. This is insane. We just halted at 740. Now we're indicating to open at 9.5. Holy shit. I can't believe a lot of you aren't saying I'm in SOPA. I'm in SOPA. Are you paying attention? Who's in SOPA here? You are supremely missing out. Sí, hablo español, sí. Pero probablemente no bueno. Con acente. Or is it acenta? Something like that. Drew says he scalped SOPA on the first run, in at the halt now. Mike says couldn't get a fill. Market orders, guys. Market orders. You don't let these things get away from you. Chris is paper trading. David got a little more. All right, average is 6.5. Good. It's currently indicating to open at 8. And they're solving imbalances right now. The Qs are just like running around like chickens with their heads cut off. There's the GRTX breakout, 375 coming right up for about 50 cents a risk. Boom, there it is. GRTX breakout to the upside. GRTX. Wow, 50 cents a risk ought to do you well with the stop at 3.25, breakout at 375. That'll give you a nice comfortable pad to see where it goes from here. SOPA is still settling in at $8. Okay, ROIV is running. ROIV, get on it. ROIV. Coming out of the halt in 1 minute on SOPA. GRTX is flying. 375 entry. Okay, ROIV is pulling back. Let's let it settle in. Let's let it settle in. ROIV. How do I know the opening price of SOPA after the halt? Because I pay for software that's $175 a month, which shows me that. GRTX is starting to push up and over 4. It's almost a 4. GRTX. If you got in at around 375 for 50 cents of risk, oh, you're sitting pretty right now. Nothing to worry about. That was a huge volume candle. I don't think we are coming back down below that for a while. Okay, SOPA should be resuming trading any moment here. Looks like about in 50 seconds, technically. It can be longer than that, but that's the minimum. Yeah, GRTX has options, great, yeah, but no, trade shares. You might make money this time, but you'll lose all your money next time. That is not sure the name of the channel. It's on YouTube. Trade Ideas. It's from Trade Ideas. You bought 3 contracts on GRTX Friday? Why? That's very interesting. Good job. Why? And can you repeat that process again? All right, SOPA is now past the halt release point, so any second it can open. GRTX coming up and over 396. Can it make it over 398? Now it's at 393. It's trying. GRTX. There it goes. GRTX broke over that, and now it's hitting 4.05. 4. SOPA indicating it's going to open at 822 now. The imbalance is going up higher. ITC, get ready on ITCI. ITCI. If it breaks 48, a trade will develop there. Or $1.50 of risk. 48. If it breaks 48, ITCI, $1.50 of risk for entry. All right, GRTX starting to push over 4.05s now. Hard to believe we're making money on GRTX because that was really being bitchy earlier. But it is happening. I just be really careful. Whenever you got your profit points, I'd probably choose 20%. I'd err on the really strong cautious side on GRTX. Those failures earlier were not a good indication of a healthy stock. All right, we're waiting for SOPA to resume trading. All right, oil has found bottom and is coming back up now. So the market's gonna hold while that happens. You hate that you can't day trade. Well, number one, you could in a paper trading account, a simulated trading account, either with TradingView, Thinkorswim, Webull, or DAS Trader, which is $175 a month. I would actually recommend you pay the $175 a month for DAS Trader and learn how to really day trade for a year in paper simulated trading account. And in the meantime, save money on top of the 175 month you're spending as you learn to become a good trader. Give it a year, give it 10 months, and be doing swing trading with your money in the meantime. This is like wise decisions that I would tell my younger self if I went back in time. Also, most traders today, most pro traders today, have paper traded for a minimum of 10 months before they even started trading with real money. You know why most pro traders today aren't traders who traded with paper trading accounts first? Because they went bust and they lost all their money, and now they're decided screw that, and they went and did something else. Lives. So it's paper trade or bust. Those are your choices. Yeah, you can paper trade options on Thinkorswim. Yeah, you absolutely can. Thinkorswim's pretty damn good like that. Yeah. Webull doesn't give full access to paper traders. Right. That's why, for paper trading, there's a lot of. No, not Webull. Webull doesn't allow. There we go. We're trading again on SOPA. It's hitting 850. Make sure you're getting your profits. 860 underneath every 25-cent level. You want to be taking a 5% profit out. And we're halting at 8.69. Okay, we're pulling back a little bit now. We're not quite holding the halt. No, I don't necessarily think it's a good moment to buy calls on oil stocks or to call this the bottom and ever, yet. No. All right, SOPA pulling back to sevens, into the sevens now. So that's a top on SOPA. It's probably going to halt to the downside soon here. Yep, here we go. Halting to the downside, halting to the downside, halting to the downside. Yep. Well, it always comes. There's always a top to these runs. And there we are, halted to the downside on SOPA, indicating it's going to open at 6.5 now, or 7. 7. No, I wouldn't. Well, it's not going to tell you much about continued direction. RSI through halts. It can just keep giving you a higher number. 86. This is oversold. This is overbought. It's going to crash now, and it doesn't. 87. Well, this is overbought. It's going to crash now, and it doesn't. 88. This is overbought. It's going to crash now. There it goes. I told you. Yeah, I know. You didn't tell me. Well, interesting. I don't know if you can figure out a top on multiple halts better than me. I mean, or most people. Then congratulations, and I'd like you to teach me how to do that. Um, but you can see it. It's for the moment semi over. Actually, it's actually indicating it's going to open right where it halted right now, which is a decent sign. It wasn't too bad of a halt to the downside. Gus says, just remember that SOPA dropped $35 in one day. Isaac Carter says, hey, Evan, quick question. I took a course, and now I'm taking yours. I had paper traded for about 4 months and was doing very well, trading as I would have traded with my small account. Now that I am live trading, I have consistently lost, and I'm having to slowly deposit cash back into my account. Any insight as to why my life is so much worse than my results of paper trading? You're cutting your edge too thin, that's for sure. You're going after setups that are not really great setups. You're going after things that are mediocre and not outstanding setups. It sounds like because if you were getting at least 3 or 4 to 1 reward to risk ratio, then after about 10 trades, you should be seeing yourself at least break even, if not controlling your money, if not making money. And so I would say that anytime you find yourself depositing cash in your account, you stop immediately. Don't deposit. Don't deposit at all. And that you go back to paper trading and you swing trade your money and don't day trade until you have more experience, even more experience. Yeah, 3 months is not enough, or 4 months. It really is not enough. There's just not enough days. There's only 20 days a month, maximum. And 4 months, that's 80 days. So that's, and maybe you traded 1, 2, 3 things per day. You haven't learned enough. You haven't seen enough. You don't know enough yet. Just not enough time. That's why I say minimum is 10 months paper trading every day, all day, and studying all night, and then coming back and paper trading in the morning every day for 10 months. That's pretty much the minimum that you should paper trade, so that by the time you start 10 months later live trading, you're at least break even. And like I'm talking about, that's the case where you are just living and breathing nothing else. It's GRTX, not CRTX. And GRTX is holding up there around $4. I wonder, did you buy CRTX? No, it's GRTX. SOPA just opened, and it opened at 7.3 approximately, and it is now selling off. Those typically get bought up and sometimes can go another 50% retrace, but it just depends on the texture of the stock. Sometimes they can, like DWAC, like it can just re-break and run and halt up, and quite the ride. But that was a hell of a lot of volatility and halts on SOPA. Alvy says he's paper trading, starting with $10,000, and now he's at $16,000 and some change. Yeah, and that's another thing in my video lessons, Market Mastery. If you just look it up on the web, Market Mastery, you can find my video lessons. As I recommend that you set your paper trading to the amount of money you have or should have by the time you start trading, so you can be building those habits for understanding whether or not a $16 win is good or not, or a $1,000 loss is fine. You can't know that if you have your paper trading account set to $1 million. and it's unrealistic. You need your paper trading account to be set to how much money you have to trade for real. If that's only $400, you should set your paper trading account to $400. Start my road trip today, so I will be spottily available over the next 2 weeks. I'll be bringing my Surface Pro and trying to tune in with you guys wherever I can, whenever I can. And I'm not sure if classes will be Thursday night or it could end up being on a Wednesday night, a Friday night, a Saturday night, Tuesday. I'm not sure. So the next like 10 days, the morning sessions will or will not be happening. Not sure entirely. It depends on where I am on the road trip. You say, who can teach me? You can look up Market Mastery to find my classes. It's not a course. It's just video lessons from all the classes I've ever taught. It's a collection of video lessons, and they're super good. I'm sorry to have to say it, but I really only say that because other people tell me that. I'm telling you they're super good because other people tell me that. I don't think they're really that great. Other people will say they're fucking amazing. So there you go. How's that for selling myself? Yeah, ICTI looking pretty good. We got that breakout at 48, like I mentioned, for $1.50 of risk, I think it was. Yeah, And so we'd be hoping it goes to about $3 more than that, to about 51 would be the nice price target. What was the video called? It's called Market Mastery. I will drop the link here, but you can search it on Google. I guess I did a good job of selling myself there. Yeah. But no, people really say it's really, really great. I mean, if you like me and kind of like, if you've ever heard me teach you something and you like, and I got through to you, that's special. That's important. A good teacher gets through to you. Over the years, over 30 years, that's something I've learned about teachers. I thought teachers are teachers and it's the student that's the problem. I don't know. I don't think so. I really believe I could teach anybody, anything I want to teach them. I think anybody has the capability to understand something. It's the teacher, really. It's the teacher. So if you like me and if I get through to you, that's special, and you should give it a try. Thanks, man. I recognize that that's special. And I've only found that out because people told me that. I had one girl tell me one time, how special that is, and that she's been through so many teachers, and so uh, so I'm relaying the information, but I've learned from them, from the students, that I'm a good teacher. I don't know that. They tell me that. So I'm telling you from them that is special, and you should probably give it a shot. You might learn some great stuff because there's hundreds of video lessons there. Gee, what was that? I heard something moving around. PK? That sounded new. ROIV, by the way, has bottomed at about 13, and it might be staying there for a while. You could potentially build a position there around 13, which is where it is right now. Maybe it'll put you through a little hell. It might dip to 12.7, and it might try to flush people out. But if you could just kind of semi-build a position around that 13 level and it holding roughly, if it doesn't crap out, which would be where you'd have to cut it, then it could run back and retest 16, 17, maybe at the end of the day even break and hit 20. So building a position here on ROIV at 13 could be a good deal. But just remember, just think ahead in a risk-reward terms. If you're going to get into ROIV with the opportunity for it to go to, say, 15 from 13, and like that's what you expect and you hope, and if more, more is a blessing, but let's say it's 15 from 13, that's $2. So if you want 4-to-1 risk reward on all your trades, how much does it have to go down from 13 before you cut? If $2 to the upside on the reward side is what you expect, then how can you keep that trade to a 4-to-1 risk reward ratio? How much would it need to drop from 13 in order for you to cut it? In order for, on the upside, on the positive, had it ran $2, you would have hit your expectation. What's the number? How much would it have to drop for it to be 4-to-1, which is really what you want to try to stick to? Daniel says, you make so many light bulbs go on in me. Seriously, you have a gift, bro. Thanks, man. And Christy says, I've learned I'm not a day trader, but I listen every day and I learn so much. And yeah, correct, Joshua, 12.50, correct, 50 cents, correct, guys, yes. Yep, you got it, 50 cents, yeah. So what does that mean? What does it mean when you're sitting, you got in at 13 and you're sitting on it at 12? It means you fucked up. It means you're not good at managing your downside, and it means that you're never going to get there. You're never going to get there in the long run. You've got to learn how to trim. You've got to learn how to cut and get out at these proper ratios. Otherwise, you're never going to make enough wins to overcompensate the losses to break even, let alone make money. So you can't bag hold. You got to stop doing that. You've got to learn to cut. So anyway, it could be a little bit of a rough ride on ROIV as you build a position around 13. Like I just saw it drop to 12.9 something. But if you have a plan and you stick to it, and it includes at least a 4-to-1 risk ratio, then you should be okay. That's a perfect ABCD setup going on right now in ROIV. We don't get those ABCD setups often, but that one seems to be happening. ADGI, totally crapping out, not looking good. GRTX progressing further. On this rebreak, and even on the previous one, you can now move your stop to 3.8. Everybody in GRTX, your stop is now 3.8 because of the recent rebreaks. They've created a new pivot bottom for us. 3.8 would be the all out. If you're not in and you want to get in on GRTX because you got a good feeling about it, the rebreak is at 415. And if the stop is at 3.8, that's 35 cents of risk. 15, 3.8. Okay, that's 35 cents of risk. And there it goes. It's breaking out right now. 35 cents of risk, breakout on GRTX. The follow through potentially happening now. Woo, 429. There you go. Profits every 10 cents on stocks between $3 and $5. Underneath every 10-cent level, 5 to 20% of your position. Exit 5 to 20% of your position. Well, so far the market is sideways. And there are some really cool, awesome opportunities. I have to get to 2 errands and packing. It's going to be a fun road trip. I'm going to Miami, South Beach, Miami. If anybody's in the area, send me a private message, and we'll sit down and have a biscuit and a drink and a cigar or something. I don't know if I'm allowed to promote that on TikTok. But yeah, I've got to run. Hopefully you're looking good and managing your positions well. SOPA's out of the halt and declining. You don't need to be in that anymore. GRTX is happening. GRTX is happening right now. Underneath every 10-cent level, be taking your 5 to 20% profits. The market going sideways but bending down a little bit. The only thing really holding the market up is the Qs and oil. So be watching those two. If either of those crap out, jump right on like a SPY short or an industrial short. Industrials right now are looking to crap out right now. Careful. Be careful. All right, everybody. I'll see you in the Discord if you have any questions. And again, everybody out there watching, if you'd like to join our community or check it out, if you just want to check out our community, just click the link in my bio or go to primetimetradinggroup.com. primetimetradinggroup.com. Come check us out. It's free to check us out for a week, and that might be all you need to get your life started.